wrapping us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
Yeah, and this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good...
It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go, here on a Thursday night. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up. Now they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike. This game, they said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Now, Mike, he's coming off a game where they just simply couldn't keep him out of the end zone. I mean, usually he's the one helping his teammates get across the goal line, but they failed to account for him multiple times with his legs, and he took advantage of it. I'm not sure they can expect him to have that type of rushing performance week in and week out. But we know now, if he has a chance to call his own number, he's certainly not going to shy away from it.
And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Has an opening past the 40. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
He'll tuck it and take off. Yeah. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
Each week coming into the game, every team in the league, Mike, places a huge emphasis on success on their opening drive. But the key to that is sustaining possession, converting on third down. It's exactly what they were able to do here, keeping the ball on the ground.
Here's a run. A second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Black Knights. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable with Rivers. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Cowboys offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. In motion, Lamb. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up fourth down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
At their own 41-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught! And he will score! Touchdown, Black Knights! It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Well, that is a quick drive and the best... The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable with Rivers. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The open man is Tolbert. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked.
Oh, he... get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, that's Tolbert. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 14-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
Let's go.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Two runs going in the wrong direction, and now it is 3rd and 15. A shotgun snap. He'll look in trouble, and down he goes.
A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Here comes a return from the 3. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Black Knights offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And his numbers this season, eye-popping in a lot of categories. Let's just show you one. He is the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to get the 1st down up past the 35-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were... They had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short, but there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the 1st half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. Down the sideline, past the 40. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now a handoff, running right. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire... If I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable with Rivers. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Off play action. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and
he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And they're going to get him once again. He's under siege. That is 3 in a row. Here's Blake Gillikin now, as he's standing right around his own goal line. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Black Knights offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare for defenses trying to contain him all year. The NFL's leader in rushing yards at the quarterback position. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. Here's a 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He'll try to run for it. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Back to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed.
Hustle!
Ivan sets up 2nd and 5. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Ready, set. Ready. Let go.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live the play.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Set up. Set up.
They'll look to throw yet again. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Set. Set, go. Ready.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Black Knights offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And we'll give you a look at some of the highlights. He's had a number of them over that magic mark, over 100 yards on the ground, including a rushing touchdown. He has been a handful for the defense right throughout. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Let's go now.
Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Go. Set, go.
He runs with it. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready. Go.
And this ball's going to be incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball to top. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, winning up.
That is caught by the tight end, DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Black Knights. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule: the closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable with Rivers. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Set. Get up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Here we go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Ready. Set. Go.
Throwing now from the gun. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And, Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. That's to the right side and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will cut into that lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
All right, listen, Mike, there's just certain guys in this league that just have better arm talent than others, and this is a perfect example why. Not every quarterback in the NFL can make this throw, and man, that was impressive.
And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Black Knights will extend this third quarter lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable with Rivers. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Second and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to keep it himself. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Here comes 3rd and 6. He'll send a tight end in motion right. He'll try to get this one on the ground. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Black Knights. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Black Knights stretch things out even further.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This returnable with Rivers. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but the cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second down and 3. Back to the air one more time. He's going to run it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set, ready.
Left side, caught by Lamb. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Set. Let go.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal.
Here we go. Smash, bring it. Hey.
Here's Gibbs. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal.
Ready, set, go.
One more time, they try Gibbs. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Set up.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story. Game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Black Knights offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
Go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
That's incomplete. Derek Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. Looked like one of the Cowboys was there to recover. Indeed, they will keep possession. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defense back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. So it's a win for our visitors. Their perfect season continues here into the month of December as they continue to be the #1 team in all of football. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Arlington.